Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on multiplying simple fractions worksheets. So this video presents a couple of slides which gives us some worksheets so that we can practice multiplying simple fractions together. Now, we had a lesson on this. There is a lesson on this particular topic. If you're not sure what to do, or if you'd like a little refresher course, then when you get to the end of this video, so it's just a few slides on, at the end, that's the last slide, there will be a link. When you click on the link, it's very clear where the link is, you'll see it. Click on the link and it'll take you back to the lesson, and that will give you the refresher course before you decide to do these. That's if you need some help. Now very quickly, if we remember, when we're multiplying two fractions together, we had some simple rules in the lesson. The rules were you multiply the numerators together, you multiply the denominators together, and you put those answers over each other. If the fraction can be simplified, you do it. You actually simplify the fraction. And finally, if the answer was in the form of an improper fraction, okay, then you change it to a mixed fraction, where you have a whole number part and a fraction part. Now you'll also have examples where you've got three fractions. The rules are the same. Multiply all the numerators together, multiply all the denominators together, and go from there. Number 6 is interesting because you have the number 3. Now in the lesson I showed you that what happens when we got a whole number like this, basically write it in the form 3 over 1, because then that looks like a fraction. So you rewrite this line and this part here as written as 3 over 1, because it looks like a fraction. The last example here on this slide, we write 4 as 4 over 1, so we rewrite that line. And we write 6 as 6 over 1 when we rewrite that line. So all of them will look like fractions. Let's see what we have on the next slide. The next slide, we've got some examples that are more involved because we've got more fractions. Now if we come across here, let's look at number 9. We have 5 separate terms. The principles are all the same. Write that as 3 over 1. Write that as 4 over 1. Multiply across the numerators. Multiply the denominators. Simplify where possible. If the answer is an improper fraction, change it to a mixed fraction. And finally, when I go to the next slide, you will clearly see the link which will take you to the lesson, and that will give you a refresher course on how to do these. So this video has introduced us, or given us some worksheets to practice multiplication of fractions. The rules are very simple, where we multiply the numerators, we multiply the denominators, we simplify if possible, and if the answer is an improper fraction, we change it to a mixed fraction.